The next thing that we can look at on our fully installed perfSONAR Toolkit host is we can enable some of the different measurement services to be running on this host to listen for incoming requests or to even initiate new tests from this host itself once that function has been configured. We can get into the enabled services interface by looking at the left-hand side of our Toolkit administration page. Once we click on this, we'll have to authenticate with an administrative user because this is a function that's only available to administrators. In this case, I've already authenticated on this browser, so it doesn't ask me to authenticate again. We see that there are 5 main services that can be used on this host. I'll go through each of them. The first is the automatic update service. We recommend that all users keep this enabled. This automatically updates the software on a nightly basis. So what this means is that there is a process that will kick off the YUM updating system and download any new images that are coming from the software mirrors. This could mean updates to the measurement software, it could mean updates to the security software. In some cases, a reboot may be required to fully use some pieces of software, but this will ensure that at least it's downloaded everything and the system is as up to date as it possibly can be. The second service that we see is the BWCTL service. This allows clients or people who are running tests locally from this machine to run throughput, traceroute, or other forms of latency tests from this host. This enables the daemon on the back end and facilitates these different kinds of tests. Below this, we have another similar service called the OAMP service. This allows clients to run one-way latency tests to and from this host. Both of these daemons require NTP to be running to deliver accurate measurements. We normally like to recommend that we keep both of these enabled. On the bottom, we have 2 other services. These are the NDT and the NPAD daemons. These allow you to run browser-based measurement tests using clients that may be located in other locations. These require use of the Web 100 kernel. If you do not have an updated Web 100 kernel or you've decided to uninstall it from the system, these would be able to function. In this case, I've disabled these 2 services from starting. If you make any changes in this screen, let's say that we decided to turn off the OAMP service, we always need to go through and click the Save button to make sure that these settings are going to be fully realized. Lastly, we have 2 buttons here that enable only bandwidth or only latency services. This is done so that we can separate functionality on the box. If I click on Only Enable Bandwidth Services, for example, you'll notice that OAMP gets turned off, but we allow the use of NDT or NPAD. If I click Only Enable Latency Services, all of the heavier weight throughput tests are turned off and we can only use OAMP. We also have the ability just to reset whatever the last known state was. Whenever we make any changes to this, always ensure that we save. When we do this operation, the configuration will be saved and services will be restarted on the back end, and we see a message that indicates this after we've completed the operation. If we go back to the local services homepage after we've done this, we now see that many services are in the running state, and if we decided to disable any, they'd be listed in the disabled state.